everyone, welcome to my live stream. I've got some pop-ups that I'm not used to over here. I'm distracted. I started streaming and a bunch of weird pop-ups came up on Twitch. Rewards enabled on channel. What is this? Get rewards by purchasing, sorry guys, purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Studio Mikarts channel while they are live in any category. Ends October 31st. Oh, okay, it's a limited edition deal. Limited time deal. So that's why there's this pop-up that I've never seen before and it completely derailed me from my introduction. Okay, we'll dismiss this. Okay. I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. I can't remember if I said that. Our charity of the month is Paloma C. So you can help me, help them, help the pigeons by simply watching my stream this month and bringing your friends. I'll be making a donation at the end of the month based on my unique viewers count. You can also help a little more directly by donating to our Twitch fundraiser, or if you want to get really direct, there's a link in my channel description or something. It's one of those things there on my channel, and it will take you to their website and you can donate there. Today is Friday, which means it's time for Chibi Friday, and it's time to make more progress on this Chibi pineapple. It's going to be our 1.5, I think it's going to be our 2-year badge. Let me check real quick. Let's see, I'm getting so good at figuring out where the badges go. It still doesn't feel intuitive to me. It's going to be our 2.5 year badge. And then on the 2nd, so in, what is that, a couple weeks? Yeah. In a couple weeks, a new badge slot will open, so I will make a new Chibi food. All the Chibi foods are my favorite foods / my favorite ingredients. So not like prepared meals, but stuff like, what do we have so far? The last one I did was pear. The first one I did was tofu. There's broccoli, baby bok choy, peanut butter, chia seeds, brown rice. I think that might be all of them. I might be forgetting one though. Either way, there's plenty more foods I love, so as these badge slots unlock, there's not going to be any problem figuring out what I want to do next. But let's get this pineapple done. I felt a little stuck. I'm glad that I've had a break from it because I didn't stream last Chibi Friday. So it's been 2 weeks since I looked at this. And last time after the stream, I thought maybe I could just erase all these lines inside because they're not as precisely drawn as they actually grow on the fruit. But now that I'm looking at it, after a couple weeks off, I don't feel so bothered. I don't feel so bothered by it. I think maybe just what I need to do is help all these different colors integrate a little bit more. So here we have these lines, for instance, on the outside of the pineapple, and I made them darker than this light color here, but they're not much darker than this area here. So maybe I should make these more based on this color that you see in here, or keep this same brown color that we've got going on. That might just make it easier. And then where these little triangles are sticking up on the pineapple, that's sort of this material that grows out and then ends up sticking up or down, or because it's just growing out, but I just made them these uppy triangles. And what I thought when I saw them, especially here in the Navigator, I love looking at the Navigator because it's smaller. It just looks like they're not fitting in, so I don't think I need to change anything about them. I want to add a little bit behind, maybe in a separate layer in between this base color layer here, and then the spikes. And even I have spikes under. So maybe I was trying it, but I didn't like it or something. I don't remember what I did in my last stream. But I even have a layer ready to go. So that's what I'm going to try to do. When I finish those things, these leaves up here are bugging me a little bit. I worked and worked and worked them like crazy, working from the reference image I had, I think it might be a good idea at this point for me to not look at the reference image, because I don't want to get too much into a painterly style, because that's not really what I do. That's not what my work looks like, and this doesn't really feel like it matches what I usually make. And it's fine to be different. It's art, so I can do whatever I want. But I do like the idea of having it feel like it belongs with the other ingredients that I've illustrated. So, to that end, let me rearrange my physical space here. I need to move my keyboard over and my mouse over so that I can pull my big Cintiq, I think it's a Cintiq 31, into my lap. Oh, and I gotta get up for a second because my overhead light is on, and when I pull that down, it reflects right on there and I can't see a thing. Okay. And since I'm not gonna have my overlight on, let me open my curtains, get some natural light in here. I have to walk all the way around my workstations to get the other curtain. It's the table comes up against the window. Okay, I'm walking all the way back around. And if you're hearing an unusually loud or different fan sound today, no, my PC fans, I call it my PC, but I realized my laptop is technically a PC, so I'm going to start trying to train myself to call it my desktop. So my desktop computer, fans kick in and it's really loud, and I've heard that when I've re-watched my streams in the past. I always re-watch my streams to make sure everything is sounding good and that kind of thing, but if you're hearing an extra fan sound, it's because my old laptop is currently going through a full reset. It's been going for over an hour and it's only 35% done. So that's probably going to continue running through the whole stream, I imagine. Since it took an hour, 35%, so it's probably going to be another 3 hours. So hopefully that's not too annoying. To me, it's kind of like a nice white noise. So it doesn't bother me. Hopefully it doesn't bother you. Okay, so I guess we'll do the spike under first. Something I could do, I actually realizing the placement of the spikes is a little off because they're supposed to be growing, but if I mess with it too much, this is going to be so small. It's going to be like this at best. So let's not worry about it. Let's not try to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy. I have been learning to harness and retrain my perfectionism. So we're just going to let that be. Alright, what I want to do is pull this color here. I'll start with this color. And use that color, but I want it to be opacity. We'll start with 50%-ish. And then let's make sure I'm on that nice, where is it? Pastel Palooza. That's what I've been using. Yes, excellent. So I just want to add a little underneath each of these. Not too strong. Just to help it integrate so it doesn't look like it's sort of floating in midair or something. It wants to look like part of the pineapple. That's what we want. It's way better over on this side because it's really close to the color. It's a little bit different color for the spikes over here because it's in shadow. So I'll pull that color after I'm done with this. But since I've got it on 50%, it's not a problem if I use it with one that's not quite the same color. And so now let's pull out this one. Let's make it a little bit bigger. don't like that one there. It's too much. I think I might want to use a filter or something. Well, it's not a filter. What is it called? Where's my Alt button? Oh, it's mapped second from the bottom. My Alt key. So I want to pull this color. Blending style. That's what it's called. So this is still a little bit too strong. And now maybe I'll take some of this color, put it on areas where we don't have a spike. Oops, that one's too dark though. I need to use the lighter color. We don't have a spike, but there might have been one if I wasn't trying to keep the face. Let's put one right in the middle and it'll be like a nose. I don't normally do noses on my chibis, but just because of the spikes. There. That works, I think. Okay, so now let's have fun doing a little bit of blending. We already painted at a 50% opacity, but I was applying and applying, so maybe we'll put it down to 75%. I love it when I actually click on the number I'm thinking. Clicked and it went to exactly 75%. It's awesome. Okay, so let's just scroll through and see what happens. Oh, and maybe it would be best to look at it smaller to see what the overall effect is. Ooh, no. Looks like it's going rotten. Oh, no! It's fun to go through things. No. Now it looks like a nuclear... I don't know. It looks like it has some Marvel superpowers. Like, this pineapple was touched by gamma radiation. Oh, super pineapple. Yeah, they're all, wah! Yeah, actually not really liking any of these. We'll just keep it on normal. Even overlay didn't strike me as... Overlay is my usual, but yeah, I don't like it. Let's just keep it on normal. Keep it on normal. That 75% seems good. And that does help integrate those spots more. I think I just want to do another layer and do another one underneath. So we're going to call this Spike under 2. Oh, spike under. I have to type with my keyboard like long ways and with a single, and I'm using a single finger in order to reach it because it's off to the side. Okay. So let's just add more. I guess what I need is some kind of bridge color between the more vibrant color that's underneath and then this faded color that's on top. So for that, well, for one, oh, I see, it made it opacity 100. No wonder it was, so this wasn't even the opacity I thought it was going to be, because when I changed to that other brush, it changed the opacity. I wish it wouldn't do that, but I understand why it does. Okay. No, I actually liked it at 75, and so that's why I want this one. This one, this will just put the opacity at 50 here. And then I don't have to change that. Ah, but the flow, I like the flow to be at 100. Okay. Next, make the size bigger. And let's pick sort of in between color. Start some other in-between color. Let's get a different one. Oh, it's hard. It's so close. You don't want to pick the exact color, otherwise what's the point? It just looks the same. Alright. I gotta mute my mic for a second. I've got my clothes in the dryer, and the dryer is banging, and it drives me crazy. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I just have to smush the washer against the dryer and then it's fine. I think the action of the washer always moves it a little bit away from the dryer, and then the dryer is no longer supported by the washer, and that's when we get that banging noise, and it drives me crazy. Just drives me crazy. So much better now though, because there's no banging noise. Yay! This is pretty good. I like this. I don't like I took that little bit away. I liked that little bit. Yeah, I like that. Let's look at it really small. Okay, now I'm ready to go back to the lines. And when I looked at it small just now, what I felt like was this color looks darker than this color over here, and so maybe that's why that's really bothering me. We do have reflected light happening over here, but it should never be brighter than the main light source. That's why the main light source is what it is. So let's take, I kind of want to just take this one up and take this one down. Maybe I'll reverse the colors. Let's compare them. So there's this color, and then what about this one? Oh, they're really close. So I'll just pick a new color, I think. So I want this one to be a little lighter. A little lighter than this. Or do I? Because then I'll have to paint all of this other stuff. Okay, we'll start. We'll start over here. Let's start with just bringing this brown color back in, and then we'll have a look at the whole thing and see if that solves the issue I'm having. Let's make this smaller so I don't accidentally get it up on the leaf. Oh yeah, that instantly solved it. I didn't even need to I didn't even need to do anything else to the other side. Actually, as I'm looking at it, I don't need to 100%. I want to bring this darker color farther up. I'll do it lightly so it's blending a little bit more, but it just doesn't need to be such a small space. I want to have it be more gradual. It's just a little tiny super dark area, and then suddenly it's light everywhere else. And let's bring this brown up higher here too. The same idea on this side. And we do, but this is because these are falling down. Okay, I'm figuring it out as I go. That's why I'm explaining it in chunks, in broken chunks. I'm looking at it, and as I speak, realizing what I want to do. Oh, I got a little bit up there. Let's clean that up a bit. Now I do want to zoom in, so get that little stuff off. So I'll make this super small. Select this color. So I like the edges to be tight so that the lines are doing double duty. That's fine. Let's save. Haven't saved yet today. Looks good. It looks so much better. Yay! And I don't even feel like I have a problem with the top part now. Maybe I addressed the things that were bothering me the most, which helped me accept, or I don't know. But whoa! I did not mean to click that. Individual pixels. Woo! Anyway, by resolving the most... What am I trying to say? Not pressing, because that makes it sound like this is not just a drawing of a pineapple. It's somehow more important than a drawing of a pineapple. But the things that were standing out the most, resolving those, made the other stuff a non-issue. Yes, that's what it was. Which is great, because I didn't think I would finish this so fast. I thought it was going to take forever. I thought I was going to be redrawing lots of stuff. Okay, so this is eyes. And for the eyes, I just put plain white. Normally I avoid plain white, but there's a good reason for it. This is going to be a tiny, it doesn't look like it now, but it's going to be a tiny avatar or emoji, depending on where I put it. So it's really important that the eyes can stand out even when it's shrunk down super tiny. So using stark black and white, that's the biggest contrast you can get. By using that, it helps it stand out even when you make it so small that it's ridiculous. So we'll show. So even this, it would be rendered a little bit more cleanly if it wasn't just zoomed down for working purposes. But even here, you can see that it keeps those little white highlights, little black part underneath, and it looks like eyes. So that's just illustrating why the face is the one thing on the whole character that's black and white. So I've got the eyes. So next, add blushies, my favorite. Although we wanna, let's see. Oh yeah, I put this overlay on. Looks good. It looks so much better with that. Anyway, I'm putting this on the, so that it's clipped to the base layer, so that the blushies won't come outside of the face and I can just paint them freely. So blushies. This is like the best part. I seriously did not think this would go so fast. I haven't been streaming for even half an hour yet. Okay, so I always pull one of these colors. I usually end up choosing the same kind of pink color every time, but I feel like maybe it helps make the blush more relevant to the character by choosing the color first instead of just choosing the pink. Let's try that. That looks really good to me. Oh, and we want the soft round pressure opacity, and we want the size to be big, very big to start. And we're gonna layer, okay, not, it's the entire pineapple. Oh, Exie, hello! And maybe not you as usual, Mikarts. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy. Since I had to cancel the last two streams, I didn't know if you'd be able to make it. Also, because you're busy. Hope you've been doing well since last week. Well, I'm so happy. So happy to see you in there in the chat. Woo. That might be a little too big. It's a little bit too big. A bit too big. Okay, and then we just make it smaller and smaller and keep building it up. Oh, wonderful. I'm always glad to hear that you're doing all right. You're welcome. Oh, yes, I'm doing well. Thank you. I mean, I was facing some struggles this week, but I just picked priorities and moved forward, and here I am, and all the stuff that I was trying to take, well, not all of the stuff. I still have some stuff I need to do, but I was at least able to get enough done to be able to live stream today, and also to do a workout. I did a workout right before this, which makes me think I should probably have some water. I didn't have any water. I literally did my workout right before the stream, and I had 5 minutes to get ready for this stream, so I haven't had any water. Now I've had some water. So I'm feeling super good from that too, because I haven't been able to exercise all week either, and exercise makes me feel awesome. So I feel the opposite when I don't get to exercise. So today I am feeling super great. So I'm not really liking these blushies as they are. We could change the, what is this called? No, this one. Blending mode. But I think I just want to change the color. So I'm going to go into hue saturation. Oh, thank you. Yep. I am ending Friday on a high note. The one thing I wasn't able to get done, maybe I just need to turn down saturation. Oh yeah, that might be it. I don't want it to become too light. One thing I didn't get done yet, it's gonna have to get done either way, is tidying up my kitchen to get ready for my seasonal family feast that I'm hosting. Well, I'm not really hosting it because we're having it at my parents-in-law house, so they're the hosts really, but I'm orchestrating everything. So I need to get my kitchen cleaned up so that I can actually make the food tomorrow. But I thought it was nice to, I was considering, should I just cancel my stream again? It didn't make me feel good to do that. And I thought, oh, how great would it be? Because last week I had to skip Friday's stream. This week I had to skip Wednesday and Thursday. So it's like I just took a week off, but it was in the middle of the streaming week instead of at the end or the beginning. So, yep. That's my very long answer to your nice question about how I'm doing. So thank you. Maybe the brightness needs to go down, but saturation can come back up. Yeah, I think I made it too bright. Because I want it to stand out when it's small, but the color, the way it was, okay, that's too dark. The way it was standing out as if it wasn't even part of the image. I want it to look like somehow this pineapple is blushing, which doesn't make sense. Physiologically, blushing on anything that doesn't have blood running through its veins doesn't make any sense, but it's a visual language that we understand, and that's why we make things blush. So illustration is all about communication. It's not about naturalism. It can involve naturalism, but the point is to tell a story or convey a message. So, not quite getting a color. Oh, maybe that's it. Let's turn that down. I think that's what I want. Ooh. Oh yeah. Look at that. So that's before and that's after. That looks so much better. Yep, so we'll keep that. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do because I thought this would take way longer. What I was planning to do to resolve the issues that I was having with this piece would have taken longer. But having a couple weeks off from this helped me realize some easy things I could do to get the same result, sort of. Not the same result visually, but the same result emotionally? I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I wasn't prepared to finish this so quickly. But I think I'm done. There's still stuff to do being done with it. Like, save it. For one, Twitch has 3 different sizes. So we could save that first. And then I've also been using it as emoji for my Discord servers, my vegan Discord servers. So I feel like it makes sense to have vegan ingredients in the vegan Discord server. Plus, it's fine. Ooh. I had an idea of something I could do. I had been considering, since I did that pop-up market, I've been thinking of more physical things I could sell my art on. And I still have my button maker from back when I did. Well, I have the big one. I gave the little one away because I realized I like the bigger buttons to show off my artwork better. And I thought of making these into buttons. So maybe that's what I'll do. That'll be fun. Take all of these different little foods I've made and do little button designs with them. Like those round can pinback buttons. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you very much, Exie. You're so kind. Yay, I'm glad you think it looks great. I was really iffy when I opened it. I was like, it still needs a lot of work. But yeah, one of the big things was darkening this side. It looks so much better now. It just makes more sense for this side to be lighter and this side to be darker on the lines. How cool is that? The buttons, I can't wait. It'll be so cool. Oh, I could make the buttons on camera too and show you how they're made. Oh, okay, well, let's do this first instead of thinking too far in the future. So first, let's save this. Yeah. I'm really excited because I haven't made any buttons in a long time. I used to make them all the time because I used to do convention artist alleys. At the height of it, I was doing several a year. I know some people, like, that's just what they do. Like, that's their job. And so they're just doing conventions most months out of the year. It wasn't like that for me. I didn't do any out of state ones, state and state, but I was doing lots of, oops, I want this over here. Lots of buttons. Lots of fan art buttons, which I don't want to get back into. I want to just focus on my own art, but different text buttons like sayings from shows and stuff. And of course, buttons just featuring my original art, etc. So let's see, artwork projects. Oh, I feel like I didn't actually finish my thought. So, it is going to be really exciting to make some more buttons for the first time in ages. For ages and ages. Since before the pandemic, I don't think I've made any new buttons. So, subscriber food badges. That's what I need. So, I need to open finalbadges.psd and veganemoji.psd. There's the sized already. This one wasn't sized before. I don't know why I didn't have it sized, but I did it last time. Okay. Look at my little pear. Okay. Pineapple. We're going to take this and drag the whole group to make a copy, and then merge the group to make a single layer. We'll put this in here, and then we can drag this layer over to Final Badges, plop it in there. I guess we'll do the same thing with the other one while we're at it. Plop it in there. Okay, now we just gotta Control T to transform. Man, it's crazy how cold it suddenly has gotten. Because it's been unseasonably warm summer. Oh, whoops, I was holding that down. I forgot you don't have to do that anymore. Okay. You don't want to hold down Shift. Oh, I already did it. Ah! There we go. It's so confusing because if you put an object down, here, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is what I was just having confusion with. Maybe Adobe will see this and fix it. So if you do Control T here, in the past on Photoshop, you had to hold Shift for it to, okay, you had to hold Shift for it to do this. If you didn't hold Shift, it would do this, and it would be like this. So the default was this, and if you didn't want that to happen, then you had to hold the Shift. It's the opposite now. These days it's the opposite. If you don't want it to move around all crazy, if you want it to stay the same ratio, don't touch the keyboard. And then you can do that. And then if you want it to move all crazy, hold Shift. But this is the thing. That would be fine if that was all there was to it. If you create a shape, so where are my custom shapes? I had to reinstall my stuff. Oh, I bet it's under here. Okay. So if you create a custom shape, okay, here's this tiger shape that it's on, or lion or something. So it does the default. I'm not holding anything out. The default is it moves around crazy, and if you want it to not, you have to hold Shift. So it's the opposite, and it drives me crazy. I wish that it would be consistent. One way or the other, it's fine, but see, and now I'm pulling it. I'm pulling this box. I'm not holding Shift, so it's the opposite still, even once the shape is created. But if you hold Shift, then it won't move it. Okay. I can change that. Yeah, I believe that there... I totally believe you. I've heard that there's a setting. But the fact that it's inconsistent with the other tool is what really gets me. Also, the fact that they haven't fixed that printer issue with Photoshop where it suddenly decides that it can't print anymore and it will just crash. And the only way to resolve that is to do a clean install with all your preferences gone. And so I have to change all my settings back, so I just keep complaining instead of changing my settings. So it's partially on me because I'm not willing to go through and change all my settings over and over and over. It's so annoying that they won't fix that issue. You cannot keep your preferences. If you keep your preferences, it will have that same... It's like the... whatever causes the problem is in your preferences. It's super weird and annoying. Oh, you sent me in the Discord. Here, I'll do it since you sent it to me so kindly. Reinvert shift click. Let me go on there. Does it work on this tool? Wait. I'm looking at this closer. Oh, it's okay. Oh, is it this? No, that is link. This one? Well, this one links the width to the height. Okay. So this one you want on. Let's see. Well, it's not working here. Well, it doesn't work on this one. But maybe if I just change this tool. So if I turn this off. Oh, I see. That's weird. Okay, so now... So I actually like not having to hit shift. So I like this on. But why wasn't it working over here? Oh, I took it away. Why wasn't it respecting it for this one? It's weird. So it's still... Why? Oh, well. Well, thank you for showing me that. Yeah, I always want that on because I use the width and height fields right there at the top of what you sent me. Actually use that. I guess for everybody watching too. So let's see, control. Yeah, I always, not always, but I often use these fields. And it's awesome. You don't have to use %. You can put pixel or inch in there. So I use the inch a lot recently to get stuff printed for my pop-up market. A few weeks ago. Well, thank you. At least now I know that there is a way to make it consistent if I want. So that is quite helpful. Since it's not even a preference thing necessarily, you can just hit it right there. Yay! I'm glad to know that that's what controls that, because I've always used this to keep these numbers linked. So that if I change this to 90, this one changes to 90. Okay, got me pineapple on there. Let's copy the effects. I'm always I have this love-hate relationship with the Adobe Photoshop. Face style. But it's more love than hate. That's the thing that's really annoying. It's so good. But it's got these little niggles that I'm like, why? Why can't you fix that? Yeah. I've never really had any reason why I'm replying to the always scale things uniformly up. I'm not saying that someone wouldn't have a reason to, but for everything I do, there's no reason for me not to have that linked, so. I'm so glad that I went and put that extra stuff underneath those spikes over here. Let me make sure that all that crazy stuff I was doing isn't actually... There we go. That's what I want, right? Layer order, yeah. And we'll save it at this point too. So these little dots I put underneath these spikes to help them merge a little better with the color underneath. Looks really good. So when it got really simplified by being very, very small, it looks great. So I'm very happy about that. You know, I've just realized that for some reason this is not... What? Oh. Let me see. I wish it wouldn't do that. No. No. I wish it wouldn't automatically open tab groups. Don't do that, please. It moves my stuff around. And then I'm all confused. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. If I can stop complaining, stay positive, we can finish this. Okay. So, now we're just going to start saving copies. I need to get another tab with, let's see, Twitch open so that I can look at what the... Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. But it will be handy to have a tab with Twitch open. So I'll put what I need to see is just this window here, and then it's got the sizes right there on the file names. Okay, so we're saving a copy, and we want to save it as a ping because it want to be transparent. And then we want to call it final badges. Dang, I've made 9 of these now. Feels like yesterday that I, you know, like last month that I was making the tofu. Okay, so 9, and it's, all right, it's not pear anymore, it's pineapple. So final badge is 9, pineapple, and yes, we're saving at 72 pixels. We want to keep the profile on there so that it looks good. I've been doing a lot of research about the profiles, and it turns out my gut instinct is right. Adobe is better. I can't remember what the other one was for web viewing, the other common one. It doesn't have as many colors, so some people using older machines or something might not be able to see the Adobe RGB color range, but at least it's there for the people who can, which I imagine is a lot of people. So I'm glad that I settled on the Adobe RGB even before I did the research, because I was like, is it really the best? Let's see. I was reading an article about it, and I think there's a Wikipedia about it and everything, about the history of the color profiles. Okay, so next, image size, and we're going to take it down. Oh, we don't want inches. See, here you can see I was working in inches for my prints. Okay, we're taking it down from 72 to 36. Boom. So cute. I'm so happy. It does look like a pineapple, even though I had to make the top really short to make it fit in the square shape without being super skinny. Save. Copy. And we're going to ping, and now I can just click this one and change the 72 to 36. Oh, I hope that had the profile turned on. Hold on. I don't want to have to do that resave everything again because I forgot to turn on the profile. Okay, good. It remained clicked. Hooray! Okay, so 72 down 36. And now the final one, image size, 18. So small. Very, very small. Ah! For some reason, everything looks tinier in Photoshop, even though it says 100% here. I bet I can show you in a second. Okay, hold on. We gotta save this. Save the copy. Ping, profiles checked. Yes, include the profile, and we're gonna call it pineapple 18. Okay, I'll show you. Now that pineapple 18 is open. Well, it doesn't really... It actually looks the same. Maybe it's on the web that it looks bigger. But it does look smaller. Hold on. We'll do it with a bigger one. So what I want to do is undo these image size changes and then save it. Because I don't want to save it super tiny, or all these, and then if I close it and I forget, all of these will be tiny and I'll have to redo it if I want them to be back to the proper size. So let's see. Now we're back at the 72 size. See if I can show you. Maybe it's just my screen. It looks the same now. But it's definitely a different size on different applications. Oh well, doesn't really matter. So that's that. So now we're going to, oh, if I can find it. Oh, so many instances of Twitch, but which one? This one. We're going to apply these subscriber badges. There we go. Yay. This is the last slot I have open until a couple weeks from now. Pineapple, 18 pixels. Pineapple, 36. And pineapple, 72. Oh yeah. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. It's bigger on Firefox for some reason. So here's this. And this is supposedly 72 as well. For some reason it's bigger. Okay, upload. I'm looking at my own tofu. I'm happy at it. Beep. I like seeing these little flares on here. It's really fun. Okay. Wow. All filled out. Whee. I'm going to have to think over the next couple weeks what I want to do. What do I want to be my next food ingredient? Oh, those Happy Rangers spinning in there. Alright. One last thing with the pineapple. Let us make the emoji size one. Oh, and then it'll be perfect timing to take a break. So I'm going to zoom in because I've got these nice guides here. And I just realized I didn't necessarily center that pineapple. It looked pretty centered though. And we're going to copy the layer style and paste it. You turn that layer off. Oops. 100. And now we'll save this one. Save copy. Oh, here's that other profile. The sRGB, IEC, etc. This is the one that doesn't have quite as large a color range. And that's why it looked duller to me. Beacon emoji 9. Pineapple. Yay! Well, I suppose since there's still 5 minutes, I'm going to open that other file back up and double check on it. Centered. Open recent. Okay. It looks pretty good. It's not quite centered though. I can see. Yeah. Oh! I'm gonna have to save it. But at least the file names are already there, so it'll be faster. This one. 72. Yep. Replace. $36. Oh, good night, Exie. Have a sweet dream. Or dreams. Sweet dreams. Have a great sleep. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always so great to chat with you. And for that tip on Photoshop, that is so nice to know, actually, like, because it's not a preference thing. It's just a thing I can click on or off. It's right there, so I really appreciate that. Yay! Hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend! Man, I can tell that I've been tired this week from how much stuff that I've been doing. I've been working my brain like crazy this week. I'm having a tough time with my normal workflow. Like, this is usually so easy for me to do, but it's taking just that little bit extra thought. Like, what do I do next? Oh yeah, I'm having to do that for every step. But it's also Friday, so it's the end of the week. Regardless of whether this week was more mentally taxing than a normal week. Alright, there. Let's save. After we took away the image size change. Don't want that. So this is saved. Now we can close this. This I think we saved. Yep. So we're done with that. Boom. Oh, look at the 3 different sizes of pineapple there. And, oh, I just saw the cute, oh, the cute emo that Exie left in there. Chat. Alright, then I am just going to get this back open and delete this badge. I wish you could just replace, but you have to delete it. This one, and then 36. Pineapple 36. Yeah, this didn't take very long. I still have a few seconds left before break time. There, now in there, upload. Yep, confirming I own all rights to the images. I have the video footage to prove it. Yay! So now we've got all these badges. I feel like later I want to do a little screenshot of this, post it on social media and show, look at all the badges! We filled them all up, hooray! Okay. Well, it's perfect timing to... So I actually want this open though. Here, I'll open... I don't want final badges though. I think I want to open all of these. Open some files so there's something interesting on my screen when I go and break. And it might take a little bit longer of a break, though it looks like I'm the only one here right now, so it doesn't need to... no worry for anyone. Although I guess if you're watching the recording, it might be a little bit longer of a break because I am home by myself and I need to take my puppies out to go potty. So hopefully that won't take too much longer, but I also want to make sure to do my stretching and stuff. So I am going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. I'll turn on my Be Right Back screen. I hope you'll also take the opportunity to get up and stretch, give your eyes a break, get some water, whatever you need. I'll be back as soon as I'm done. everyone, I'm back. I hope you had a great break. That was a lot longer than I expected, but we are all back, settled down. I realize now that I didn't get the puppy cams going, so I'm sorry about that. It would have been really cute for you to see them getting up and curling back down, but Aoife is in the bed near me as usual. Chappie is in the bed across the room, and they're both tucked up into little tiny little balls because it's super cold today. We actually had a freeze warning. I think it's still in effect, and it's weird. I feel like I had this thought earlier in the stream and didn't finish it because so many things were going on, but it's so cold that my PC fans aren't really running very high. And normally when I start streaming, like through the summer and through the autumn until now, they would rev up as soon as I start streaming if I'm using Photoshop at the same time. But nope, it's so cold. It's so cold that I have a sweater on. All summer I was taking my sweater off. Like this autumn I would take it off for streaming because even though it's cold in the house, it gets so warm in here during streaming, but not now because it's that cold. And it's super weird. Well, not weird considering the last 2-3 years have just been more and more unpredictable weather. Like the weather, you can't really rely on the forecast as much and that kind of thing. And then it's just, it always seems unseasonable. And so this autumn has been really hot until like the last 3 days. And we finally have autumn-like weather. Very chilly, very cold, at night especially. And it rained yesterday and the day before, so that was super nice. Anyway, rambling over, let's work on what I thought I'd work on for the rest of this stream, because I honestly thought it would take most of the stream to finish this pineapple, and it totally didn't. We are going to take all of these little tasty, cute foods that I created and make them into button designs. So I have two, I think it's 2.5 or 2 1/4. Let's see if I can, it'll be easier if I just open it from the folder. Let's see. It's under Visual Art Products, button files. So I have not made so many yet. It's 2 1/4 inch size. Okay, I've got this folder. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've used this. I've got my complete buttons active. These I did not make. These were official ones that I got for my birthday last year. So, turn those ones off. Those Animal Crossing ones. That's funny. So yeah, it looks like the only active ones I have is my Capricorn and my Gemini. Although that's weird. What about the Aries? Guess these are the only ones I've made into this nice size that uses the whole sheet. For the longest time, I was wasting a bunch of paper by having the buttons just be like this. This is a template that I got when I first got my button making machine, which is ages ago. Like, that was over a decade ago. It has to be. And it came with this template, I guess so that you could easily cut, like, along these lines. But I realized after so many years that it's a huge waste if you're just willing to use scissors to cut. You can get a whole nother button in 2 buttons, and I wonder if I could actually squeeze in more because I only need like 1/2 inch. So maybe that'll be the first thing I do. Let's see about. So let's clear the guides. Clear guides. And then we're going to make new guides. We're going to put it at, well, let's see, I need to view, I need to see my rulers. How do you see rulers? It goes from P to S. How do I see rulers? Okay, hold on. Maybe it is under view? Oh, it is under view. It's so weird. Okay. I get it, because these are windows that open up, and this is just a thing that you can see. So now you can right click on pick inches, so now it's showing the inches. So now make a new guide, 0.5, and then make another guide. This one's gonna, so it's 8.5 by 11, so it should be 8 inches. Oh, no, is this not 8.5? Hold on, what's the size of this? Oh, it's 8 by 10. That's weird. Well, let's change that too. It's because I just used what I found online because there was so much to learn. But now I have lots and lots of experience with printing and creating handmade merchandise and stuff. So now let's make it the full sheet size. Oh, it's too bad I made it black. It makes it whatever the background color is over here. That's okay, we'll just use the paint bucket tool and fill it with white. I like to click it a few times just in case. Sometimes there'll be this little line around the edge, but it looks good. Okay, so back to this. This is no longer at 1/2 inch, so we're just gonna clear the guides again. And make a new guide. There might be some faster way to do this. I don't know. And taking the time to find out is slower than just doing it this way. So that's why I do it like this. One at a time. I mean, I have made, like, you can go in and say, make me one that divides it into 3, or, you know, that's what you can go into the new guide layout. But for something like this, it's easier to just do each one by one for me. There, boom. So now we've got this edge. So let's see. So I've got my Gemini and Capricorn. I want to open. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, I like those dishwasher magnets. I have dishwasher magnets that I designed. Okay. Okay, so I'm just keeping my Chibi. And we'll keep the dishwasher magnets too. So I'm going to open those. Just to start with. Whoa. I didn't expect it to do that. It opened it on the side. Interesting. That's cool. I guess because I opened them all as a group. I didn't know that would happen. That's actually pretty sweet. Okay. So I don't really need the cut lines to be printed. I've got... Oh, yeah. So it's still Chibi Friday because these are all my Chibi astrology. Let's see. I want to update some of this information here. So to start, let's put Mika Nihongo de in Japanese, like I have been doing. And then I've been putting back to a different document. It's this one. Let's see if Word can open this. Sweet, it can. That's awesome. I finally caved and got the Word, the Microsoft like Office 365 subscription thing. I had been using the free one. Oh, whoa, not read mode. That free trying to see how I can display more than one page. Well, I can't figure it out. I'll have to figure it out later. Anyway, I was getting that free suite from Apache Open Office. Using that forever, but there'd always be these little issues with it. And with the new laptop I just got, I decided that I would just go ahead and get the subscription. So I'm glad that I could open the ODT file. That's the Open Office file. So first we want StudioMikarts.com. There's a whole bunch to fix here. So what this is, once the button is cut out and then pressed in the button pressing machine, this information shows up along the rim on the edge. So not the front, but the side. So that's why it's super tiny and stuff and placed exactly where it is so that it's the perfect position to show up on the side of the button. So I'm just going to make sure I actually spelled this correctly. Yeah, look, I'm missing a D. Okay, so artwork, copyright, 2011, we'll keep that, yes, because I made this all the way to 2011. It's still one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's this little Chibi Aries. And Denise Mika Hutchins with a V and a little leaf. Then my main website, StudioMikarts.com. And I don't use About Me as much. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to get rid of the About Me. Oh, and I don't use Etsy anymore at all. I have DeviantArt, but it's not really... Maybe I'll just put StudioMikarts.com. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm keeping 4 spaces in between everything. Oh, I know. I'll put my email address. StudioMikarts@gmail.com. So that's something else. What other stuff could I add to this? I'm going to look at my postcard files. Let's see, visual art, products, and then postcard files. So here's the most recent one. Oh, at Studio Mikarts. Yes, so that people know where my social media are on the, what my social media name is if I'm on that platform. So make it the same everywhere. Sweet. So this shouldn't need to change. All rights reserved, no reproduction. And so that's good. Where did that, did I close? Oh, it's over here. Postcard, there we go. So at Studio Mikarts, and yes, so that's it. Save changes. Oh no, because I changed the layers. Which layers will show me? Could put. Ooh, that would be nice. Let's put the title of this piece. I'll put the stuff that I put on my prints. So Chibi Aries. 1, 2, 3. Oh! I hit enter. I hit enter instead of space. Whoops. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then mixed media. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll just take artwork out of there. We don't need to say artwork. Okay, so Chibi Aries mix. Oh, why can't I not type the D? I keep missing the D. It's hard to read because this is like upside down. So Chibi Aries, I think that's spelled right. Mixed, yes, media. We got the D in media. Copyright. C, 2011. I can't believe that. This painting is 13 years old. And I love this paints. Okay. Denise Mika Hutchins. Vegan. www.studiomikarts.com. Studio Mikarts at G. Oh, look, I missed an A. Studiomikarts at gmail.com. At Studio Mikarts. All rights reserved. No reproduction without written authorization. There's still a tiny bit of room, but some pieces do have bigger titles, so I guess we'll just leave it like this. Now we want to save this. Oh, and what's this? We don't need this. So I'm just going to throw that away. Don't need that. I think that was for the template that I got so that it would just be a line for people to aim for to cut it. But I don't need that, so. Yay! I wonder if I should make the stroke a little heavier. Is that too much? Or is it not enough? 3? Can't tell if that's better or worse. If we just do 2. Guess I could get out. Oh, if I have them in here. I might not have my buttons in here. Dang it, they're still out in the garage from... They're not in this box, are they? Nope. Dang, I wanted to look and see what it looks like printed so that I could get a better idea of what the change would look like printed and pressed into a button. Just looking around to see if I have any of my buttons just kind of sitting around or hanging up or something. I'm not seeing any though. Oh well. I guess I'll stick with 2. What I'm seeing is when it's on this light background right here, it gets pretty hard to see. But when I put 1 extra pixel of thickness on, it's more visible. So I think I'll do that. Yay! So I don't even think I need these cut lines anymore. Throw that away. We don't need a face line either, do we? No, I like having this face line. So this face line is great. The people who made this template are very thoughtful. So the face line is here so that you can see what's going to be definitely visible on the front of the button and what's going to be wrapped and punched in along the back when it gets pressed into a button. Okay, so save this file. So what I wanted this for, I'm going to take this, put it into a folder. Chibi Aries. And then we're going to copy it and then merge the group. Just like we did with the emoji slash emote slash, what was it? Subscriber badge. Now we're going to drag this over here. Oh, I thought we would. Oh, we did. It's just not visible. There we go. Oh no, don't want that one on. There we go. Turn off the other ones. So now what I can do is see how many will fit. And it's actually looking really good for fitting at least 9 on here. So I'm just going to keep making copies and then moving them. I do want a little bit of wiggle room in between. So yeah, it won't be able to fit 3 in a row because there won't be enough space in between. I mean, for sure, look over here, it's overlapping. So take this one down and move this one over. But you also need enough space in between what I was saying before to allow yourself to cut it. Because your hands might be a little shaky that day or whatever it is, so. Oh, I see, this one is not even. This one is not even against the lines. There we go. So here, this is not going to be enough space. I wish it would stop doing this highlight thing. There. I'm getting good at remembering where the different settings are that go away every time I have to reinstall Photoshop. Okay. So this is not going to be nearly enough room. I feel like there's a little bit more space in between here and here. Okay. And that's lined up there. And this one. Now that looks more even to my eye. Could be wrong. That's probably enough. So now let's copy these 3 and move them down. Whee! I'm just trying to keep it as tight as possible while considering things like, is it going to be easy to cut out? Is it going to get cut off on the edges when you print it? That's why I'm leaving that 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is probably a little more than what I need, so I can bring it back a little bit if it looks like I can squeeze 1 or 2 more in there. But this is looking really good. It looks like we can fit yet another set. And so this is fitting even more than what I had before, which was already an improvement from what I originally did years and years and years ago. That looks about the same space. It's going to be pretty tight, so let's see if we move these to 0.25 of an inch. Wish you could do it more precisely. Probably can if I zoom in. 0.25 is what I want. Why? Why won't it? I like precision. Oh, so close. Oh, come on. Okay, what if I leave it there? If I just do point. You know what? I'll just make new ones. It's gonna take way too long. Over scroll is off again. Or on. I hate that I have to redo my settings every time. There's over scroll. At least I'm learning. I am actually learning what the different things are. Zoom, scroll, this. Over scroll off. So what that does is keep it centered. if over scroll is on, it won't stay centered, but then you can scroll in a different way that is handy, but I really like it to be centered. So what we're going to do is the same thing we did earlier, clear the guides and make new ones. You know what? I'll try a new guide layout, just see if I can. Yeah. It's not as easy. Oh, if I just do margin though. Ooh! Stubborn me. And I had an easier way to do it. I'm learning so much today. That's what's important. Even if you're feeling stubborn about something. As long as you are open enough to trying something else, it can be really rewarding. So this actually looks like maybe we can fit 3. Ah, no, I want you to stay like that, please. Thank you. I forgot to change layer. This one. Okay, what the difference is here. Well, I guess that's going there. Will this one fit now? Or is it 2? Look, I can fit 3 in a row. That's the best. I'm just going to delete these ones and start over since I've got him. Yay! So I'm going to hold down shift so that I can just drag it down. Trying to make it look like it's about the same space. And we're just going to keep doing this. Create a new set. If we can fit 12 in here, that's going to be the best. Oh my god. Can we do it? Can we do it? Ah. We can't fit 12. Dang. It was going to be perfect. Wonder if I just, because there is a little bit more space to tighten it up. Because if we're going to have them in rows like this, all nice and neat, that means I can just use a paper cutter to get a nice straight line and I don't have to cut it by scissors, which means it's going to be faster also. If it will fit. It looks like it just barely might. So this is the first 3. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. These. Oh man, look! This is awesome! So we've still got this margin, so that I can just print and not worry about borderless settings. Although that said, I would be printing this on my art printer and it can do borderless. Let's do a preview. Actually, let's save this just in case it decides that it wants to crash. Let's do a little preview. So the print settings need to be changed. Yep, letter 8 now. So if we did borderless. Wow, is borderless really what changes it that much? Oh no, but it actually looks like there's room even without doing borderless. So let's move them apart just a bit. And then each time I do a button run, I'll make 12 buttons. This is so awesome. Okay. So we'll be done. Let me double check actually. This is without borderless, right? Awesome. Okay. I'm so excited because I haven't worked with my buttons in so long. And they had all these issues, like feeling like I was wasting tons of paper and all that stuff, and it's not going to be a problem. So awesome. So actually, I think what I shall do is, so what will I do? Okay, we're going to take these 6 and go 1, 2, 3. And we'll take these 6 and go 1, 2, 3 in the opposite direction. And these ones, 1, 2, 3. And then these ones, 1, 2, 3. Probably do a little bit more space than that. Let's push it a little bit. So again, wait, do I want to do 1, 2, 3 or do I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I'm so confused. I'm trying to make them evenly spaced. Yeah, I think I needed to do 6. Well, anyway, we're going to do more than that. Let's do 10 each way. So first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's too much actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6. Now we're going to do these ones. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's weird how they still don't look even. This is definitely more space in between than here, even though you heard the keystrokes. I counted them. Well, guess I'll just eyeball it like usual. So these 3 need to go down a couple more, I think. And it seems like the top 3 are up too high. Okay, call that good. And this does look like about the same amount of space, top and bottom. Maybe a tiny bit more at top. If I select all, can I do this? Oh, I bet it's gonna, I knew it. Dang it. If I do this, haha. Alright. I think that's good. It looks like an equal amount of space on the sides and the tops and bottoms. And it's just sticking out a tiny bit across our margins. Double check one more time with the print preview. Yeah, it looks like they won't be cut off. They're pushing it a little bit at the bottom, but I think it'll be good. So now we're just going to combine this all into a single layer. So merge layers. We can just name it Chibi Aries instead of Chibi Aries copy 12. So you can see the difference. Before, there was all this wasted paper and we were only getting 8. And this was an improvement. I was like, the original print template was 6 of these. And then I was like, look, we can just fit 2 more in here. And now, haha, buttons reborn. Well, I'm going to delete these older layers. So I didn't realize I would be getting in here editing completely different chibis than the ones that I was working on in the first half of the stream. So what I want to do before I close this file is copy this text information. so that I can update my other files, and then I don't have to retype and re-spell check all of that stuff. Although, this is a great opportunity to do one more spell check. Even though I just made that whole file and everything, but let's see, let's do Mikarts. Not seeing any typos. Yay. So now we will just click it here. Or if we can. It doesn't want me to click in there. Why won't it let me click? Oh, because it's not on. There we go. You can tell if it'll let you click because that little box goes away. So I'll show you. So my cursor has that little dotted marquee around it. You can tell you're going to be clicking into an existing layer when that marquee disappears like that. So select all and paste. And I also want to paste the effects. Well, how come it didn't change? Paste layer style. Why didn't it work? Copy layer style. And paste layer style. I wonder why it's not working. It's weird. Oh, I know why. I'm so silly. So the final one is still on. Actually gonna delete that because that's the old version. We don't need these anymore. Oh wait, actually, this one I want. Oh, there's so many things that I didn't do to this one that I did to the other one. Boom. What we don't need is the cut lines. After I do this, I'm going to... Where is it? Where's my magic? Where's my magic wand? Magic wand tool. It's literally called a magic wand tool. I'm going to go down here. So what I had been doing is printing this extra little bit out here just in case I couldn't cut it precisely along this line. But after making so many buttons over the years, I realized that's completely unnecessary. There's plenty of wiggle room inside of here for a slightly off-center cut, so we don't need that extra data. So that's extra ink being used and then being thrown away when I cut it out. And I don't like wasting stuff, so I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need this line anymore. Deselect, and then we can take this cut line. We don't need that anymore. So this is nice and simplified, just like over here. And I believe I can close this now. Oh, did I not save it? Edit type layer. I don't think I actually merged. Well, I guess we will save. It looks how I want it to, so let's save it. Okay, there. So instead of Aries, this is Capricorn. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look up what year I made this though. I don't remember. It's so long ago. It was earlier than... So let's see, I'm going to go into my DeviantArt because it's actually easier to go through DeviantArt and just look at my gallery. Go into my Chibi caricatures gallery. I'm going to bring that over for you to see. And I think I should still have my... This is all the stuff I've been making for years and years and years and years. Just Chibis. Here's a giraffe. Oh, it wasn't in here. Maybe it's under color illustrations. It's not. Where the heck is it? Maybe it's under art series. I'm gonna go in this folder, or come on, man. I'm gonna go in the oldest file first. Ah, here it is. Okay, I do still have it. Oh, 09. Wow. 09. This is ancient. This piece is ancient, but it's another one. I still love it. It's another example of when I put a lot of thought into the work I make, and even if my techniques are not as advanced as later work, the thought is enough to carry the piece and make me still happy with it. Even, God, 09, that's 14, 15 years. I made this piece 15 years ago. Dang. Okay, so I've changed. Oh, I'm glad I looked. Capricorn. It's hard. It's upside down. Capricorn. Okay, this is still mixed media. It was graphite, watercolor, and ink. Copyright 2009. Oh, Aoife's having a dream. She's growling. I'll speak more quietly in case you can hear her bark or something. Nothing else should have to change on here, so that's good. Oh, I wish you could see Aoife's face. She's doing little growling. Her lips are curling up and she's doing little growling. Okay, we're gonna put this in a folder. Call it Chibi Capricorn. And make a duplicate and then merge it. Yay! So it should be a little easier to make my next layer here. Oh, I don't even need to make a layer. Just over here and pop it over there. Get the move tool. And I'm going to turn the Chibi Aries on, and I think what that will do is Photoshop is smart enough to line it up with the layer below. There. You gotta mess with it a little bit, but oh, let's actually this, and then press Shift so that it doesn't move from side to side, and then we just line it up nice like that. Although it does seem like these aren't as lined up as they could be. Look at that little bit poking out there. We're so close, Photoshop. So close. These ones look good, though. Oh, there's a little bit poking out there. Now we're going to take all 6 and duplicate them. Again, hold the Shift key down so we can just drag it down. Good. These look all... Oh, no, there's a little bit right there. There. Oh, look at these ones. Why are they slightly Slightly off. Weird. There. Excellent. So now we can put this all together. Merge layers. Oh, we're over time, but it's nice to finish a task instead of stopping when you're so close just because it's ending time. Plus, I took that really long break in the middle of my stream, so it's all good. So let's save this. Save this one. Yay! Successful day back to streaming. And it's Friday, so I'm going to go have some delicious dinner. It looks like it's just me here, so I'm not going to raid. I will call it good for today. There should, hopefully, I mean, I don't want to say for sure because you never know what can happen, but there is no reason I know of that I won't be back next week for my normal schedule starting on Wednesday. Getting back to work on that. Oh, it was Da from my Maginaturalist sketchbook series. So some illustration work, and I was really close to done with that, so we'll probably start a new piece on Wednesday too. So I hope to see you then. That's all for me today. Thank you for watching.